clients. We'll get you your pitching matchups next. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is the Let's Revitalize Our Neighborhoods commitment. This is the Roll Up Our Sleeves and Pitch In commitment. This is Busey, where our commitment to strengthen our communities is a top priority. Through energetic, engaged volunteers, through monetary support, community leadership, and advocacy. Because Busey is more than a bank that does well, we're a bank that does good. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth, since 1868. Member FDIC.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
Game 1 of this 3-game series between the Cubs and the Nationals from Wrigley Field coming away momentarily. I'm Judson Richards. Time now for Who Are You Banking On? Sponsored by Busey Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Ian Happ, who's hitting .421 in his last 5 games. Our pitching matchup sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. On the mound today, Nationals right-hander Jake Irvin will go. He is 8-10 with a 5.42 ERA. The Cubs will counter with their own righty, and then Javier Assad, who is 1-1 with a 4.05 ERA. That will do it for us in the pregame. Coming up, it's Zach Zaidman, it's Ron Coomer, it's the Cubs and the Nationals from Wrigley Field. Next, you're listening to The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Kyle Tucker. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're in a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS for Kids.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Save 20% on Benjamin Moore Regal Select Interior Paint from August 27th through September 8th. Visit your locally owned Benjamin Moore store. Terms and conditions apply.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run.
And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ.
Base hit into right. Cubs win the ball game. Ian Happ, a game-winning single.
It's Pete Crow Armstrong.
Gone! 3-run homer, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field. That ball is gone. It's a 3-run homer. Yeah, this is what you came here for. Cubs game on the Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Arturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, AARP, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Kumar with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
It's the start of a 3-game series between the Cubs and Washington Nationals on this Hall of Fame weekend at the friendly confines. Hi, everyone. A pleasant good afternoon to you from beautiful Wrigley Field alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat. Cubs started this 6-game homestand by taking 2 of 3 from Atlanta, and now they're looking for more against Washington. Today, right-hander Javier Assad starts for the Cubs. Fellow right-hander Jake Irvin goes for the Nationals. We'll get to the starting lineups and first pitch next. Cubs, Nationals at Wrigley Field on the Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Start your mornings with Cubs Talk. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Score.
Play and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. TNCs apply. In-app only.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yuengling. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yuengling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite bar or store. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. Wind blowing out. Sunshine at Wrigley Field. We got a sinker baller going. That's a pause. And a beautiful day on a Hall of Fame weekend here at the friendly confine.
Yeah, Sammy Sosa and Derek Lee will be inducted into the Cubs Hall of Fame this weekend. And spoken like a former hitter, you look at the flags, they're blowing out to right.
Yes, sir.
And, of course, you're smiling from ear to ear. Let's get right to the starting lineup, sponsored by Verizon, the most reliable 5G in Chicago. For interim manager Miguel Cairo's Washington Nationals, a record of 56-83. Last place in the National League East. James Wood will lead things off and play left. C.J. Abrams, the shortstop. Josh Bell is the designated hitter. The cleanup man is Dalen Lyle, the right fielder. At second base, it's Luis Garcia Jr. Andres Chaparro at first. The number 7 hitter is catcher Riley Adams. Robert Hassel III in center field, and batting ninth, third baseman Brady House. Right-hander Javier Assad on the mound for the Cubs. He rocks back, high leg kick and pitch. And he starts off James Wood with a ball inside. A sinking fastball that missed, 1-0. It's the opener of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Nationals here at Wrigley Field. The next pitch by Assad is low and inside for ball 2. Javier comes in, Coom, with a record of 1-1, a 4.05 ERA, 4 starts, but back-to-back quality starts for Assad.
Yeah, Javi, since he's come back, has pitched well.
As Wood looks at a strike right along the outside edge, 2-1.
And to me, the whole thing was, you got to get your legs back underneath you. Playing in the big leagues, you can rehab all you want, but it's different here. It just is, and that pitch just misses wide. First couple starts were good. He looked like he was in control. He had good stuff. And as he's continued to pitch now, you're getting, that sinker's working a little better.
Wood takes a strike, a cutter right at the bottom of the zone, full count.
And I like what he's doing, and that two-seamer is just a great pitch. And on a day where the wind is blowing out, the ground ball is a big factor, and he is probably the best with the Cubs at the two-seamer.
Called strike 3. Fastball, top of the zone, right along the outside edge. Wood carrying his bat right back into the Nationals dugout along the first base line. A nice start for Assad and the Cubs, 1 away.
Well, it's a change for a sinker baller who is a traditional sinker baller. And the guy, to me, that has figured that out as good as anybody I've seen is on the Cubs staff, and that's Matthew Boyd.
C.J. Abrams, a check swing at a pitch low on appeal, no swing, 1-0 the count.
He can throw the sinker, the traditional one that starts out down and goes down. But then, the thing that Matthews figured out is throwing that two-seamer at the top of the zone. It's a tough pitch to cover as a hitter.
Abrams looks at strike one on the outside edge, a fastball at 92 miles per hour from Assad. Here's the 1-1. That's low and inside, 2-1, a cutter that missed. Defensively for the Cubs, Michael Busch at first, Nico Horner at second, the shortstop Dansby Swanson, Matt Shaw playing wide of third. Here comes the 2-1. Abrams swings and misses at a cutter. Count even at 2-2 in the outfield from left to right. Ian Happ, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Willie Castro. Kyle Tucker expected to play at some point during this weekend series against the Nationals, but not today. Here comes the 2-2. That misses low and outside. 3-2 the count on Abrams. Tucker still nursing that left calf tightness issue that he's been dealing with.
But I would say that is very good news for the Cubs, that he is looking to come back and play right away as opposed to going on the injured list, which we all were wondering if that was going to be the case.
The payoff pitch. Called strike three. Another fastball on the outside edge. Back-to-back strikeouts for Assad first Wood. Now Abrams, both looking, 2 away.
Different ways of doing it, but Javi just runs this fastball right in the outside corner. I'm kind of surprised Abrams, this ball starts in the middle of the plate and just goes to the outer edge. This is a quality strike that you should swing at. He took it and thought it was a ball, but that was the entire ball's in the strike zone.
Josh Bell looks at a curveball that floats into the zone for a strike right at the bottom, 0-1. The next pitch by Assad is a swing and a tap foul at the plate, 0-2, a cutter. Bell, a switch hitter, batting from the left side against the right-hander Assad. Javier is 28 years old, 6'1", 200 pounds, and native of Mexico. He works on the third base side of the rubber. High leg kick and pitch. Up high, 1-2. Assad is about to work his motion, and Bell gets granted time by the home plate umpire Clint Vondrak. Tony Randazzo working first. He's a native of Roselle. Phil Cuzzy at second, and the third base umpire, Dan Bellino from Wilmette. And a fly ball hit to left, angling toward the line. Happ, he's got it, makes the catch. 1-2-3, top of the first for Javier Assad. We head to the last of the first. Cubs and Nationals scoreless at Wrigley. On the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Change is always happening. But no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same: the price of your internet. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Coom here. Let me tell you one of the things I really like about Yuengling. They brew a beer for everyone's taste. From their traditional lager to light lager, flight, golden pilsner, and even a black and tan, there's something for every kind of beer drinker. So whether you're firing up the grill, watching a game, or at the golf course, there's a Yuengling that fits the moment. Take a look at the lineup next time you're out. You might just find a new favorite. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has greeted fans with sustainable restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years. And now Sloan is excited to introduce new innovation to Cubs fans throughout the concourse with its brand new bottle fillers to provide clean drinking water while reducing plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. Learn more at sloan.com and go Cubs go!
Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Bottom one at Wrigley Field. Cubs and Nationals scoreless. The Cubs leadoff man is presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Michael Busch gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Busch to be followed by Ian Happ, the left fielder, and then Seiya Suzuki, the designated hitter. The Cubs cleanup man today is center fielder Pete Crow-Armstrong. Nico Horner in the number 5 hole playing second base. The right fielder Willie Castro bats 6th. Shortstop Dansby Swanson hitting 7th. Matt Shaw at 3rd batting 8th. And the number 9 hitter tonight is the Cubs catcher Reese McGuire. So Busch digs in against right-hander Jake Irvin, who kicks and delivers. Busch swings, and it's a high fly ball left center field. It's playable, converging Wood and Hassel. And the catch is made by the center fielder Hassel, who crosses in front of the left fielder Wood, one away.
Now, that's one of those things where, guys playing out there and they're fairly young and inexperienced playing in Wrigley, the bleachers can create some problems that you just can't hear the other guy. And you really have to be vocal when calling that ball. That could have easily been an extra base hit.
Ian Happ looks at a ball outside, a fastball that missed. So what should we know about right-hander Jake Irvin? He's 8-10 Coom, an ERA of 5.42 in 28 starts this season.
Well, he's got 2 different fastballs.
As Happ looks at a strike on the outside edge, right at the bottom of the zone, 1-1.
Which is very, very normal. 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball. Likes to use both of them. He's going to use the fastball quite a bit. His second pitch, by far over all the other off-speed pitches, is his curveball.
Happ takes a ball outside. That was a fastball that missed 2-1.
He's going to use his curveball. His velocity, from what the scouting reports said to what he's actually doing, are a little different. His fastball is trending up in velocity, where they have him as is that pitch misses wide. The scouting report that I read this morning was he was averaging 91, 92. He hasn't been throwing 91, 92. He's been throwing 94, 95. So that is significantly different.
Now the 3-1. Happ swings and misses. Curveball.
That's the curveball, and it's a good one. There are times where he'll lose a little command with that pitch, but, that last pitch, it came out looking like a fastball. Ian over the top of it by quite a bit.
Irvin kicks and fires. That's outside. Ball 4, a curve that missed. A 1-out walk for Happ and the Cubs here in the last of the first.
First inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. And a speed gun, as we were just talking about with Irvin's fastball at 94, 95. Speed gun powered by Xfinity. Gets seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
Seiya Suzuki stands in. 1 on, 1 out for the Cubs here in the bottom of the first inning against Washington. The pitch, Seiya grounds one through in a right field for a base hit. Happ on his way to third base. Ball fielded by Lyle. The throw goes to second. And the Cubs in business. Men at first and third with just 1 away. And cleanup man Pete Crow-Armstrong due up.
There's a lot of hits, and there's a lot of money to be made on that other side of the field. And Seiya gets this 2-seamer, and it jams him. But, good swing. Not great timing, but good swing. And he stays on top of the baseball. And so you just kind of muscle that ball the other way. It hits the hole. Cubs at first and third. Nice swing by Seiya.
So here's PCA back in the lineup essentially after getting 3 days off to reset. As Irvin delivers, Crow-Armstrong hits a high fly ball to right. It's playable for Lyle, who comes in, makes the catch. Happ tags. He's coming home. The throw cut off. Cubs strike first. Sacrifice fly. Pete Crow-Armstrong. It's a 1-0 lead over the Nationals here in the first.
I love that Pete was aggressive, but he was aggressive at a pitch in the zone that he could handle, and he drives into Cubs' first run. He's on the first fastball, just a little bit above the belt, didn't quite square it up, but didn't overswing either, and drives into Cubs' first run.
So 2 away, Suzuki at first. Nico Horner stands in. Here's the pitch. A breaking ball that misses, low and outside, 1-0. Coom RBIs by Cubs batters, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. RBI number 84 on the year for PCA. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. Horner swings and fouls it back 1-1.
Nico with some of the injuries hitting 5th in the Cubs lineup today. And that's just quite simply because he puts the bat on the ball. He's going to make things happen. He's not a power guy, but he can drive in runs. He can use the whole field. And, you know, when you're getting a lot of hits and you're hitting with runners in scoring position, that's a valuable commodity here in September and October.
Nico waits for the 1-1. Irvin along set and the pitch. Outside, 2-1 the count. Horner on the year hitting at .288 with 5 home runs and 54 RBIs. Partly cloudy afternoon here at Wrigley Field. 65 degrees, wind blowing out to right. As Irvin throws to first and Seiya dives back in safely. The game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Your trusted local experts. 1-0 Cubs here in the bottom of the first with 2 away. 2-1 the count on Horner with Suzuki at first base. And the pitch. Check swing and a pitch off the outside on appeal. Tony Randazzo says that Nico offered 2-2.
Nico didn't agree with that. He was looking back at the Cubs dugout too. We did not see a replay.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Horner hits a high fly ball to left, angling toward the line. Wood, he dives and drops in for a base hit. Around third, racing home is Seiya. And the throw is cut off by Abrams. RBI double Nico Horner. And the Cubs take a 2-0 lead over the Nationals. It looked like a playable fly ball that hung in the air forever. Shallow, maybe almost medium range, angling toward the line. Wood, and he didn't get there in time.
Well, he gets a bad break on the ball and then doesn't run right away where he thinks, you know, obviously thinks he's going to make this play easily. And the ball just, it's hit shallow and he doesn't get there and then dives to make it worse. He dives and doesn't come close to catching it. And then because of the dive and the miss, everybody moves up another 90 feet.
So 2-0 Cubs. Horner at second base after the Ribby double. 2 away. Willie Castro swings and misses at a curve. The next pitch is a called strike. Another curveball. So 0-2 the count on Castro. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Willie on the year hitting at .230. That includes his time with Minnesota to start the year. 11 home runs. Irvin deals. And that hits Castro. He hopped around in pain briefly and now heads to first base.
Not sure if this was a slider or a fastball that Irvin just holds on to. And it's a little cutter type pitch, and this is in a bad spot where it hits Castro. It hits him in his front leg right above the ankle bone, and that is not a good spot to get hit. He is kind of shrugging it off a little bit. Counsell and Nick Frangella, the Cubs head trainer, did not go out there. He kind of held him at the dugout, but that's a bad spot to get hit.
So Castro at first, Horner at second, 2 away. Cubs up 2-0 here in the first against Washington. Dansby Swanson at the plate. Irvin delivers. And starts off Swanson with a fastball for a strike right down the middle, 0-1. StatCast says that pitch that hit Castro was a slider at 87 miles per hour. I'm sure it doesn't make him feel better. Irvin looks at second. That's where Nico is. Along set and the pitch. Swanson swings and misses. Cutter 0-2.
Yeah, 87, 88, 91, 92. They all hurt. 95 and above, they hurt more.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at you, Willie.
No, I can tell you that. Yeah, that one was a bad spot. He did a pretty good job of just getting over to first base.
Swanson waits for the 0-2. Here it comes. Off the outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes, a curveball. Defensively for the Nationals, Andres Chaparro is at first. Luis Garcia Jr., the second baseman. The shortstop is C.J. Abrams. And Brady House, the third baseman, as Irvin sets at the belt. Looks at second. Now works his motion. Swanson fouls it back off the screen. In left field, James Wood. Robert Hassel III is the center fielder, and playing right today, it's Dalen Lyle for Washington. Riley Adams, the catcher. On the mound, 6'6" Jake Irvin, 28 years old, a native of Bloomington, Minnesota. Played his college ball at Oklahoma. 4th round pick in 2018. He debuted in 2023 against the Cubs. Irvin peers in, gets the sign from Adams. Here's the 1-2. Swanson, it's a high fly ball, deep left center field, still going, way back there, gone! 3-run home run for Dansby Swanson, and the Cubs have put a 5-spot on the board here in the first inning, up 5-0 over the Nats. For Swanson, that's his 22nd home run. Coom, that went halfway up the bleachers.
Yeah, this one's hit a long way, and the wind blowing out, we said this could be one of those ball games where the ball can be flying, and it has. Wind's affected the ball hit down the line by Nico that got carried out to the outfield, and they're trying to go up and away from Dansby. They get it up, but not away. It's right in the middle of the plate, and Dansby hammers this ball 2/3 of the way up the bleachers in front of the video board.
Now the batter, Matt Shaw. And he looks at a ball off the outside, 1-0, a 424-foot bomb for Dansby Swanson. Another hefty home run. Official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs as Shaw takes a strike on the outside corner. A sinking fastball. Hefty strength that's anything but ordinary. What a first inning for the Cubs, up 5-0 as Shaw fouls it back, 1-2.
And RBIs once again for the Cubs are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Now, Counts was telling the writers today, and we were talking to Bruce about the importance of the home run ball. Well, there you see it right there.
Called strike 3, sinking fastball, knee high, right along the outside edge. That gets Shaw and ends the first inning, but what a first for the Cubs. They score 5 times, and they're up 5-0 over Washington after 1. On the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Start your mornings with Cubs Talk. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Score.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What? Boom.
Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Second, Dalen Lyle at the plate, left-handed batter. Javier Assad deals, and first pitch is a called strike right at the top of the zone with a fastball, 0-1. Cubs wearing the baby blue alternate jerseys today as Assad works his motion and deals. Lyle takes strike 2, a cutter on the outside edge at the top of the zone, 0-2. Cubs wearing white pants with a navy blue stripe down the leg. Two-toned caps, mostly blue with white in the front. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Foul tip into the glove. Lyle's retired. One away here in the top of the second. The Nationals wearing road gray jerseys and pants, red numerals and lettering on the front and back, outlined in navy blue. And two-toned caps, mostly navy blue with red bills. The batter, Luis Garcia Jr., and he looks at a ball low from Assad, 1-0. The uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Here's the 1-0. That's up high. So 2-0 the count. That's a close pitch.
A backdoor hook by Javi.
The 2-0 delivery. Garcia lines one to center right there. Pete Crow Armstrong makes the catch. 2 away.
That was a pitching wedge. It would have been an outstanding shot. Line drive to center, not so much, because it was right in the tracks of Pete Crow Armstrong. He did not have to move even a step to catch that line drive.
Yeah, that's great scouting right there. So 2 down. Andres Chaparro, the first baseman, digs in. Right-handed batter. Hitting at 194. Assad works his motion and starts off Chaparro with a strike right along the outside edge. 0-1.
Chaparro recently called up, only 31 at-bats, 1 home run.
Strike 2 called, fastball, 93 miles per hour.
Washington in a rebuild. Davey Martinez, Mike Rizzo both got let go midway through the year, and they are kind of revamping the roster and seeing kind of where they stand now.
The next pitch just missed outside, 1-2.
One of my old teammates is their interim manager, Miguel Cairo. Talked to him earlier today. He's doing good. They've got quite a few Cubs on that staff, and ex-players played for Chicago. Ricky Gutierrez, a shortstop when I was here, is their third base coach and infield guy. Henry Blanco, who was here during the World Series time, is one of their coaches. They get a lot of Cubs connections. Jimmy Hickey also, one of my old buddies. That's really a buddy when you grew up in the same neighborhood, where we grew up, blocks apart.
Where'd he go? Kennedy High School?
Kennedy High School, yeah. Kennedy High School. Yeah, along with all my mom went there, my uncles, my cousins, they all went to Kennedy.
The payoff pitch, did it hit Chaparro? Yeah, it did. So Chaparro becomes the first base runner of the afternoon for the Nationals here with 2 away in the top of the second. Cubs with a 5-0 lead.
Javi ran that 2-seamer and it just kept boring in, and Chaparro throws that elbow guard out, but I don't think it hit the elbow guard. I think it hit him in the forearm. Pitchers are going to have to pitch inside today with that wind blowing out. You've got to make the hitter accountable to that pitch. And if you don't and you just keep leaving the ball out over the plate, you're going to have issues.
Riley Adams at the plate, and he hits a sky-high pop fly. Medium range right now, dropping back Castro. He makes the catch for out number 3. Chaparro stranded at first, middle 2. Cubs with a 5-0 lead over the Nationals. On the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk, middays 10 to 2 with Rahimi and Harris on the Score, the official radio home of the Cubs.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate?
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings only on MLB Network.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the...
Thank you. Cubs 5, Nationals nothing. We're in the last of the second. Reese McGuire will lead things off here in the Cubs half of the second inning. It'll be followed by Michael Busch and Ian Happ. Right-hander Jake Irvin on the mound, working on the first base side of the rubber. He kicks and delivers, and McGuire looks at a strike. Backdoor breaking ball. 0-1 the count. Dansby Swanson, the big hit in a 5-run first inning for the Cubs. Smacked a 3-run home run. Halfway up the bleachers in left center field. His 22nd of the year. Irvin delivers. And McGuire looks at a ball up high. 1-1 the count.
Irvin's breaking ball that he's throwing so far today. Now, earlier today, in looking at film, that ball's fouled right at the Cubs dugout. Had a little more downward tilt. Today it looks like he's getting a little more drop down on his breaking ball, and it's staying a lot flatter in the zone, which to me as a hitter, that's a benefit for the hitter.
The 1-2 is pulled foul off the netting to the right. So they'll do it again. You mentioned something earlier about Irvin that struck me. You said he's got a little bit more velocity to the fastball.
Yeah, the scouting report, when I looked at it early this morning, now that was about 8 o'clock this morning.
McGuire hits a high fly ball, deep right field, way back, still going, and gone! Deep shot for Reese McGuire, his 8th home run of the year. And the Cubs extend the lead, now up 6-0 over the Nationals here in the second.
Well, you talk about a guy who has flourished in coming to the big leagues and taking control of his opportunity and doing his job. This is his 110th at bat. He blasts one for home run. What is that, number 8 now for him? In 100 at bats. I mean, he's doing a good job catching. He's a good clubhouse guy. He's done everything you would want him to do as a guy coming up from the minor leagues and catching and being the backup guy. It's just great job by him. I'm really happy for him. That's another great swing and a long home run.
Michael Busch looks at a strike. The next pitch is up high. 1-1 the count as Irvin misses with a 93-mile-per-hour heater. Got to take care of some business here after the McGuire home run. Another hefty home run. Official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty strength that's anything but ordinary.
Trash bags for everybody.
Yeah, we're going to be reading that a few times this afternoon with the wind blowing out. The 1-1 is in there for a strike. Slow-moving breaking ball that spun in the zone. 1-2 now on Busch.
I like this idea of them, the home run sponsor. When I played in Minnesota, they used to call it the trash bag in right field, was the tarp that they put to cover the bleachers that were folded up.
At the old Metrodome.
This is way better. Yeah, at the Metrodome. This is way better. Yeah. Hopefully we read it about 5 more times today.
Sounds good to me. 2-2 the count on Busch. The pitch, he swings and misses. Strike 3 as Irvin gets Busch with a curveball, 1 away.
Best breaking ball that Irvin has thrown today. This one Little backdoor action. That one had a little more downward tilt to it.
So here comes Ian Happ. 6-0 Cubs here in the bottom of the second inning, just one away. Happ walked and scored a run in the first. The pitch, he swings and misses. Another curveball from Irvin. 0-1 the count. Man, the wind is whipping out to right at the moment.
And looking at the weather report, I know we both did. I said as the game progresses, it's going to get windier. And it's getting there. It's blowing. This is the day to hit at Wrigley Field, that's for sure.
Happ looks at a fastball up high. 1-1 the count. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Irvin, who kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Zipped a fastball past Happ at 93 miles per hour. 1-2. The next pitch is lined and caught by the second baseman Garcia. Roaming to his right. 2 away.
Friday, September 12th, Cubs take on the Rays at 1:20 p.m. To the first 5,000 early arriving fans, 21 and older, in the Budweiser bleachers will receive a Cubs vintage tee presented by Budweiser. Be here for it.
Now Seiya Suzuki at the plate. He looks at a strike, a curveball from Irvin, 0-1. It landed right at the bottom of the zone.
And all reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Suzuki hits a shallow pop fly to center, coming in Hassel, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But the Cubs add another run on the solo shot by McGuire. 6-0 Cubs after 2 on the Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Matthew Boyd. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Future You is using. Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Third, the National center fielder will lead off the third inning. Cubs with a pair of home runs over the first 2 innings. Dansby Swanson with a 3-run shot in the first. Reese McGuire with a solo job to help build up that 6-0 lead. It's the opener of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Nats. Javier Assad works his motion and deals, and Hassel looks at a ball outside. 1-0 the count. Matt Shaw playing wide of third and in. Now he backs up just a little bit. Hassel has excellent speed. Here's the 1-0. Assad deals, and a swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. The defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Now the 1-1. Hassel takes a strike. Sinking fastball right along the inside edge near the bottom of the zone. 1-2.
Yeah, it's a great pitch. The last pitch by Javi, he kind of, to me, got on top of that pitch a little bit more and threw that two-seamer. It starts out inside and then just fades to the inside corner. Perfect pitch.
That last pitch, a curve in the dirt. So the count now 2-2 on Hassel. He's one of the guys the Nationals acquired in that big Juan Soto deal with San Diego a few years back. The 2-2. Hassel bounces one to second. Backing up Nico on the edge of the outfield grass fields and throws to first in time to get Hassel one away.
A good start to this third inning for Javi. You know, and the thing I love is that he's out, you know, right from the very beginning of the ball game. He's pounding the strike zone, and that is important. And now that he's got a 6-run lead here in the top of the third, it's even more important.
The batter, Brady House, the Nats' third baseman, looks at a strike right at the bottom of the zone. A slow-moving breaking ball from Assad, 0-1. Javi with back-to-back quality starts coming in. Here's the 0-1. House takes a ball low. 1 ball, 1 strikes. Last weekend in Colorado, never an easy place to pitch. Assad picked up the victory. Here comes the 1-1. A bouncing ball hit on the left side, fielded by Swanson. Running throw to first in time to get House 2 away. So Assad, a quality start in Colorado last time out. 6 innings, gave up 3 runs on 7 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. You give up 3 runs in 6 innings at Coors Field, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal. And, you know, the thing that we talked about in that game was all the ground balls. And he was getting ground balls, and he was getting weak contact. There weren't a lot of line drives hit around the yard. He threw the ball exceptionally well.
James Wood at the plate, and he looks at a curveball for a strike, 0-1. Wood was caught looking to start the game. 6-0 Cubs with 2 away here in the top of the third. The next pitch is a bouncing ball to short. Fielded between the legs by Swanson. Overhand throw across in time. And the Nats go down in order here in the top of the third. Middle 3, Cubs 6, Nationals nothing. On the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Craig Counsell here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
When you do the math, you choose McGrath.
McGrath Acura of Westmont is one of Chicagoland's premier auto dealers. Zach Zaidman here. It's where I got my car. At McGrath Acura of Westmont, the luxury of Acura meets the McGrath commitment to quality and customer satisfaction.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Third, Pete Crow Armstrong will stand in. He got the scoring started in the first with a sacrifice fly. Right-hander Jake Irvin on the mound. Kicks and fires, and PCA looks at a curveball for a strike along the outside edge at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Armstrong back in the lineup after essentially getting 3 days off to reset. The pitch. This one's foul back just below us, out of play, 0-2. It's no secret that PCA's been slumping. Entered play hitting 163 over his last 30 games with 1 home run. Sometimes that time away from the field can be so beneficial. The 0-2. High and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Saw it work with Kyle Tucker. He came back on fire after getting some time off to reset. The 1-2. High and tight. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Pete Crow Armstrong.
And I think for all the guys this time of the year, if you get a couple days off, it's the mental part, the physical part. The physical part is important because all the bangs and and little things that are irritating as that pitch misses high. That everybody has that's playing this long. And then, but the mental part I think is even more important because you watch the game. You sit over there and you're watching.
The payoff pitch is grounded through in a right field for a base hit. So PCA leads off the third with a single.
And you just start reassessing, right? The weight of the world isn't on your shoulders. You're sitting over there, and you're able to just kind of watch and just, get an idea. You're not so into it that, you're feeling like you got to hit every pitch 500 feet. And after a few days off now, Pete's had 2 quality at-bats. He has a sac fly, and he's got a base hit.
Nico Horner looks at a ball way outside. 1-0 the count. Cubs with a 6-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. No one out. Well, Armstrong always a threat to go. He's being held on at first by Andres Chaparro. PCA dancing off the bag. Throw to first. Gets back standing up. Horner had an RBI double in a 5-run first inning for the Cubs. Nico now hitting a .289 on the year. Righty-righty matchup with Irvin on the hill. Here's the pitch. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 1-1.
Well, I'd love to see Nico have a really good September and hit over 300.
Warner calls time, steps out of the box, adjusts his white batting gloves, and digs back in. You hit 300 in today's baseball, that is a monster deal. You rarely see it.
Well, I think right now there's only 3 or 4 guys hitting over 300. I think there's 2 in the National League and 4 in the American League. That was as of, what's today? Friday. We had an off day yesterday. That was as of Wednesday, if I remember correctly.
We'll check the board here momentarily. That last pitch way outside. So 2-1 the count with Horner at the plate. Crow Armstrong at first. No one out here in the third. Cubs up 6-0. Irvin a long set. Now a throw to first. Crow Armstrong gets back standing up. That's 2 throw overs now for the right-hander Irvin. And so the only National Leaguer at the moment to be hitting better than 300, Trey Turner at 301. As Nico takes a ball inside, it's now 3-1.
Nico in 23 hit 283, 281 the year before, and 481 at bats. Hit 302, 21.
Crow Armstrong goes as Nico fouls it off to the left, 3-2.
That was in a partial year with only 149 at bats. Yeah, there's something about that 300 number as a hitter, right?
Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are only 6 players in all of the majors hitting better than 300 entering play today. Crow Armstrong goes. The payoff pitch, line to right. It's playable for Lyle, who backs up, makes the catch short of the track for out number 1 as PCA has to retreat back to first.
Now Nico gets on top of this pitch away, hits a bullet to right, but that ball's getting helped by the wind, but not as much as the ball that's hit high. And that's just a line drive that's caught right at the warning track and right.
Willie Castro now digs in. 1 on, 1 out for the Cubs here in the bottom of the third. A 6-0 lead. Crow Armstrong goes the pitch outside, throw to second, way offline, stolen base, PCA. That's number 32 on the year for Crow Armstrong.
Excellent jump by Pete, steals his base easily. And you give him too much of a look over there where he knows he's going, and his speed, he just outruns this play by quite a bit.
So now PCA in scoring position at second, just one away. Castro at the plate with a 1-0 count. Switch hitter batting from the left side. The right-hander Irvin deals. Castro swings. It's a high fly ball to deep center. Fighting the sun, Hassel. He's under it, makes the catch. Tagging and heading to third is Crow Armstrong. And a productive out for Willie Castro as PCA moves up 90 to third.
Now this is a near miss by Castro. This is one of those at-bats where he'll be frustrated a little bit because he got a hanging breaking ball right in the middle of the plate about mid-thigh, and he put a great swing on it and just didn't quite hit it right on the sweet spot and hit it about 385 feet from home plate.
So here's Dansby Swanson. He homered his last time up, a 3-run shot. Cubs with a 6-0 lead, and they're looking for more with Crow Armstrong at third and 2 away. The pitch. Low and outside, 1-0. Partly cloudy day, but plenty of sunshine here at Wrigley Field on this Friday afternoon. Temperature in the mid-60s, wind blowing out. The pitch. Low and outside again, 2-0 now as Irvin misses with a slider. Irvin peers in, acknowledges the sign from his catcher, Adams. The pitch. That's low and outside again, 3-0 to Swanson.
Yeah, they're, after the 3-run homer, they were trying to stay away from Swanson in the first at bat and did so other than the first pitch and then the last pitch. The last one ended up in the bleachers.
Crow Armstrong dancing off third. The pitch is low and outside again, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk for Swanson. He heads to first. Cubs with men at the corners. 2 away here in the bottom of the third. A 6-0 lead, and Matt Shaw will dig in. Walks of Cubs batters are sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Reminder, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Adams, the catcher on the last pitch, the 3-0 pitch, did not get called a strike. He asked Vondrak where he had that pitch, I'm sure, because that was a strike. And Dansby took off right away from home plate, and Vondrak just didn't call it a strike.
Matt Shaw digs in. Here's the pitch. Called strike right at the top of the zone. A cutter along the outside edge. 0-1. PCA with another Cub steal earlier in the frame. Steals are powered by Arturo Tire. Here's the 0-1. Shaw takes a ball up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of curveballs in the first 3 innings from Irvin.
Yeah, that's his, other than the fastball, then the curveball next, and then the other pitches, the changeup and the slider, used very little. Changeup used some to the left-hander, but he's basically a fastball curveball pitcher.
Shaw swings and misses. A fastball from Irvin. That was up high, 1-2.
And now the one thing we're seeing is his velocity coming down now. He was 94, 95 in the first inning, and now a lot of 91s and 92s with the fastball here in the third.
Swanson goes the pitch outside, no throw by the catcher Adams, stolen base. Adams kind of bluffed the throw to second and turned and stared PCA down at third. So a stolen base for Swanson. That's his 12th of the year. And now the Cubs have men at second and third with 2 away, and Shaw at the plate with a 2-2 count. A long set, Irvin deals. Up high, full count.
Irvin's done a lot of pitches in this ball game already. That's pitch number 65. Here we're 2 outs in the third. Pretty heavy workload here in the early going.
Crow Armstrong at third, Swanson at second. Shaw at the plate. The payoff pitch is dribbled foul off to the right. They'll do it again. Swanson with another Cub steal. Steals are powered by Arturo Tire. Shaw calls time, steps out of the box. Momentarily, we'll be playing the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Another good crowd on hand here at Wrigley Field to start this series. Hall of Fame weekend here at Wrigley. The 3-2. Shaw pops it foul out of play off to the right. Today is Sammy Sosa Day. Tomorrow, Derek Lee Day. And then the two get their plaques unveiled on Sunday. They get to wear the fancy blue jacket. Special weekend.
Yeah, very much so.
The 3-2 delivery. Shaw fouls it back out of play. Just to the right of us.
That one was seeking you out, Zeke. That was close.
It wasn't coming in hot. If it doesn't come in hot, I don't get worried. But if it's to the right of you and coming in like a heat-seeking missile, I'm under the table. I'm not taking chances. You're the one with the good hands. Here comes the 3-2. Low and outside. Shaw works a walk. And the Cubs now have the bases loaded with 2 away here in the last of the third. And Reese McGuire due up.
Yeah, and the workload, and now with the walk, the bases loaded here. That'll bring out Jim Hickey, ex-Cubs pitching coach and Chicago native we talked about from Kennedy High School. Hick out there giving some words of wisdom to his young right-hander.
All right, so while the meeting takes place, let's play the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game.
There you go.
I'll start things out and go 32,500 this afternoon.
32,500?
Mm-hmm.
34,500.
The mound meeting is over. Reese McGuire will dig in. Bases loaded for the Cubs here with 2 away in the bottom of the third. They've got a 6-0 lead. McGuire waits. Irvin deals. Strike one right along the outside edge. A sinking fastball. Judson, what's your guess?
I'm going to go 33,600. And Mr. Zarang, 31,922.
So the guesses are in. The pitch. McGuire hits a pop fly down the left field line. Shallow coming in. Wood, he's under it and makes the catch for out number 3. Cubs leave the bases loaded here in the third, but they've got a 6-0 lead over Washington on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, Owen Casey. Listen to every game.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. Boom.
Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The Pirates matching up at 5:40. Reds on the road to battle the Mets. Cardinals host the Giants at 7:15. Here's Zach.
Thanks, Judson. 6-0 Cubs here in the top of the fourth. C.J. Abrams will lead things off for Washington with Javier Assad on the mound. The right-hander works his motion and deals, and Abrams looks at a strike, a slow-moving breaking ball that spins into the zone, 0-1. Dansby Swanson, a 3-run home run in the first. Reese McGuire, a solo job in the second. Assad delivers, and Abrams looks at a ball low and inside, 1-1 the count. Cubs beginning the day 5.5 games behind first place Milwaukee in the National League Central. The 1-1 pitch is low and outside, apparently. A changeup that missed, 2-1 the count on Abrams. Cubs still hold the top wild card spot in the National League, but Milwaukee's still around. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, there's got to be like that, that big series or two that the Cubs have either have a sweep and win 2 or 3, and Milwaukee has a tough week. And that, then you get that gap closed, and then you get down into the last week or so of the season, and you see what happens. But right now it looks pretty difficult to win the division. But boy, you certainly got a chance to have that first round of the wild card at home.
Abrams hits a high fly ball foul out of play off to the left, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, the way it works is if the Cubs hold on to that top wild card spot in the National League, you will play the first round. All the games will be here at Wrigley.
Yep.
As Abrams bloops one down the left field line, and it drops into the netting, foul, 2-2. It's a best of 3.
Yeah, you get all 3 games at your home ballpark. And, as of right now, if the Cubs are number 1, obviously they play at home for the best 2 or 3, which is a huge advantage playing here at Wrigley.
Abrams looks at a ball outside. He's worked a full count.
In the flip side, it would be San Diego right now the Cubs would go to play if they didn't win if San Diego took over the first spot, and that is not an easy place to play.
Abrams hits a high fly ball, shallow left center. Coming in, Happ. So is Pete Crow Armstrong. It's Happ who lunges to make the catch off to his left. I think PCA lost that one in the sun, but Happ had it and makes the catch for out number 1. The first out is brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Well, I think they're trying to figure out this communication thing in left and center. And I think Ian called this ball, and once he did, then Pete backs off a little bit and lets Ian go get it. So you don't have that issue of the collision or, them two kind of getting close to each other. And, there's a trust factor. Ian's played out there a long time too, and, he just tracks his ball. It carries him into center field a little bit because of the wind. But once a guy calls it, you got to kind of let him take it.
Josh Bell at the plate takes strike 1 and now ball 1. Off the outside, so the count is 1-1. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Assad. Here's the pitch. Bell pulls one on the ground to first, fielded behind the bag by Bush, jogs to the cushion, steps on it, 2 away.
I think that was a good example, though, that fly ball, of how much the wind is really affecting the fly ball. That ball was hit the straight left, and before Happ caught it, he probably took 4 or 5 good strides going towards center to catch that ball.
I believe the official score said there was a 4-mile-per-hour wind at the start of this game.
Did he call that from, New York?
There's no way.
He's not here.
Yeah. And Lyle fouls this one off the screen to the left. So now I got to check the smartphone.
Yeah, look at the flags right up here above us next to the booth. Yeah, I'm
going to read what the smartphone says, and I think this is a lot more accurate. Here comes the 0-1, Assad to Lyle. He swings, and it's a towering pop deep left. It's carrying back. Crow Armstrong loses it in the sun. It one-hops the wall. Lyle on his way to third, and he'll stop there with a triple.
Well, this ball hits center field and deep, and it's going into left center. Pete goes back. Looks like he has it all the way. And then he does not come that close to it. This ball lands about 4 feet from him to his side, his glove side towards the left field side. And and it just ends up being a triple. There's nothing you really didn't know that he didn't see it, but he didn't come that close to it. So a very tough sky right now in sun for the center fielder.
Said wind gusts up to 27 miles per hour.
That's more like it.
Luis Garcia Jr. at the plate. He hits a pop-up in foul territory off to the left, and it lands in the Cubs dugout right near the camera well. Shaw was giving chase. It's a foul ball, 0-1. So I don't know where they got the 4-mile-per-hour thing, but
maybe they were looking at the weather in San Diego. It's not like that here, I can promise you that.
2 away, a man at third. 6-0 Cubs. Garcia, it's a high fly ball, deep right center field. Castro goes back, he looks up, and this one is in the bleachers. A 2-run home run for Luis Garcia Jr. And the Nationals are on the board. It's now 6-2 Cubs here in the top of the fourth.
Now that's what you worry about here at Wrigley when the wind is blowing out. You get balls put in play that you expect to have outs. You want them to be outs. When they're not, that can be a problem because of the wind blowing out, and now you get a 2-run homer with 2 outs.
A 400-foot drive by Garcia to right center. So it's 6-2. Cubs over the Nats, 2 away, top of the fourth. Andres Chaparro at the plate, and he hits a pop-up, shallow right, dropping back corner the second baseman. He's under it and makes the catch for out number 3. But the Nats get on the board on the long 2-run home run by Garcia. 6-2 Cubs, middle 4 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Score.
Hey, welcome to Everything Outdoors. Can I help you?
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Sixers go. It's the Pirates' Paul Skeens with the best ERA at 1.98. Here is Zach and Coombe.
The ballpark, and part of the Cubs family again. 6-2 Cubs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The batter, Michael Busch, to lead things off against right-hander Jake Irvin. Works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. He faces home plate, now spins and deals, and the pitch is low for ball 1.
Yeah, yesterday got a chance to talk to Sammy. What a great job by the Ricketts family and Tom and Laura and Todd. And, you know, for the Cubs charities yesterday, the event we had here at Wrigley and at Gallagher Way across just outside the ballpark, the dinner, and raised Yeah, you had to raise over $1 million yesterday. I'm not sure what the figure is, but it was some kind of special event for the community here in Chicago.
Bush grounds one to second, bobbled by Garcia. He retrieves and flips to first in time to get Bush one away.
But, you know, Laura, talking about affecting the young people in our city, and great stuff yesterday. But also, for selfishly for all of us ex-players, it gets us all together. For guys we haven't seen, and Sammy was there yesterday along with Derek Lee, and it was great to see Sammy and talk to him. And it's great that he's back with the Cubs. This is where he belongs. And we saw him earlier today, too, and it's very nice. And the Cub fans are stoked that he is back. That is for sure.
Ian Happ takes a ball high and outside. The next pitch is also high and outside for ball 2. Cubs with a 6-2 lead over the Nationals with one down here in the last of the fourth. It's great listening to Sammy Sosa talk about his favorite memories in a Cubs uniform. Here comes the 2-0. And Happ looks at a strike, a curveball that spins into the zone. And you were around for that moment where Sammy carried the flag here at Wrigley Field after 9-11. Pitch outside, 3-1 the count to Happ.
Yeah, he gave a flag to Billy Williams, who was our first base coach, and said, Billy, when I hit a home run to right, I'm going to come by, hand me the flag, and I'm going to carry it around the bases. And he did.
Ball 4 low to Happ as Irvin misses with a curve. So 1-out walk for Ian. That's his second bases on balls today. Walks of Cubs batters, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Reminder, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. That story brought up a couple of things as Miguel Cairo, the interim manager, heads out to the mound, and we're going to have a pitching change here with 1 on and 1 out in the last of the fourth. Cubs with a 6-2 lead. The fact that Sammy was so confident that he knew he would hit a home run and then could plan for the reaction afterwards with a Hall of Famer in Billy Williams.
Yep, absolutely.
Very cool. Let's take a break. Pitching change for Washington. Cubs with a 6-2 lead here in the last of the fourth on the Score and the South.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Best Western. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term.
Getting back to our event last night, the Bricks and Ivy dinner that we had. The other thing I wanted to say about it last night is Ryan Dempster. He killed it last night. He emceed the event last night, and I've known Demper for a long time, and he's just a great guy, and obviously, doing great in baseball as a player, and he's on the MLB network and works here with all of us here with the Cubs, but. He did a great job. He was MC.
Saya pulls one deep down the left field line, but it hooks way foul out of play. 1-1.
And he did the auction, and he's just a fun guy, and a great guy. But he really killed it last night. So great job, Demper. Last night you had us all laughing at the table. It was a lot of fun. But congrats to the Ricketts family and Cubs Charities for affecting so many young people with the money that was raised last night.
Isaiah swings and misses 1-2, fooled by a changeup from Ribalta. I'm telling you what, Demp is an all-star auctioneer.
Yeah,
I mean, he compels you to raise that paddle and make a bid.
Yeah. I noticed you didn't raise your paddle to make a bid.
I did not.
Neither did I, so don't feel it.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2, foul back. It's too busy meeting and greeting, mingling. Everyone wants to know how the Cubs going to do in September. Are they going to win the division? Are they going to be the wild card team? What's the deal?
There were some big shooters there last night, so that was a little out of our league. We can say it. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. Yeah, it all went for a great cause. It was pretty good.
I mean, I could have raised the paddle early, but I would have been overwhelmed every time.
Yeah, it's the same thing, yeah.
The 1-2 is called strike 3 as Suzuki is frozen by a slider right along the outside edge, 2 away.
A new pitcher coming into the ball game. I don't think Seiya picked up that last slider all that well. And now Pete, first time back in a few days playing. He's had 2 productive at-bats, a sac fly and a base hit to right.
Happ at first with 2 down. Here's the pitch. And it's pounded on the ground, foul off to the right, 0-1. Pitching changes by Cubs opponents are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. I did have some big shooters at my table that were very busy putting in bids.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-1. Foul back by PCA. And Demp is so quick with the wit. Just nonstop energy, just like he was as a player.
That's years in a clubhouse where if you're not quick-witted, you get eaten alive, and that didn't happen in Denver.
He's always on the attack in a good way. Righty-lefty matchup. Ribalta along set. And the pitch. Crow Armstrong pulls one, line drive, base hit to right. Happ stops at second base, and this is a really good sign for PCA. He's 2 for 2, a couple of singles, a stolen base, and a sacrifice fly.
And this one, he goes out and he covers this off-speed pitch away. It's down and away, he hooks it, but he still covers it. And the swing is a little more under control, even though he pulls this ball and gets his second hit of the ball game. But third productive at bat for Pete Crow Armstrong.
Here's the pitch to Nico Horner. It's inside for a ball, 1-0. 2 on, 2 out for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ribalta working on the first base side of the rubber, sets up high. Works his motion and deals. And Nico looks at a strike, 1 ball.
So we got some friends in the booth here in the 4th inning. One of my good friends, Andy and their whole band, Can't Hear Jack. They're here today, here at the Friendly Confines.
Hello, guys.
Looks like they're in full party mode today.
It's always a party in this booth. Pitch is in the dirt, nicely blocked by the catcher Adams, so the runners stay where they are. Happ at second, and PCA at first.
They are playing tomorrow night at my place. At
really?
Corner tomorrow night, so great to have them here. It's bribery, actually. I bribed them to come here and play.
I call that smart business.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want. But I appreciate them coming out and playing, and they get a night at our day at Wrigley Field. Great to have them here.
Ribalta badly misses outside with a slider. So Nico now at the plate with a 3-1 count, 2 on, 2 out for the Cubs. A 6-2 lead over the Nationals here in the last of the 4th. And Horner calls time. Adjusts the batting gloves before digging in. Nico's 1 for 2 with an RBI double today. Now the 3-1. Inside ball 4. Cubs have loaded up the bases once again today. 2 away. Willie Castro now due up.
Well, when we talk about how important it is to throw strikes, not give free passes, and make plays, right? You got to make the plays. when the wind is blowing out, this is a tough ballpark to pitch in, and you really don't want to give extra outs. And right now, bases loaded, 2 outs, 1 swing in the bat could really put this game away.
Willie Castro looking to make some plays here. Here's the pitch, and Castro takes a ball up high. The 4th inning is sponsored by Wintrust, home with the exclusive Cubs debit card, member FDIC, EHL lender. We try to make baseball so complicated with all these numbers. Sometimes you just got to make a play. Cubs up 6-2, bases loaded with 2 away. Rebalta deals. Castro swings. Line drive down the left field line. It drops in fair and will roll over the wall on a bounce for a ground rule double. But 2 runs come in courtesy of Willie Castro, who indeed made a play. And the Cubs now up 8-2 over the Nationals here in the 4th.
A good swing by Willie. He gets his fastball and inside outs it and keeps it fair. And that's a big thing. It hits the warning track going down the side wall and bounces into the stands for a ground rule double. But that scores 2 more for the Cubs and brings up Dansby, who has already hit a 3-run homer.
So Horner at 3rd, Castro at 2nd. And Swanson looks at a ball up high from Rebalta. 1-0. Cubs with an 8-2 lead here in the 4th. Dansby waits. Righty-righty matchup. Rebalta deals. Inside, 2-0.
We keep scoring runs. We're going to have these guys in our booth more often.
Swanson waits for the 2-0. Here it comes. He fouls it away out of play over our heads. 2-1.
Pretty good swing by Dansby on that high fastball. He was right on time. Just might have been a little high.
Wind whipping out to right at the moment here at Wrigley Field. Men at 2nd and 3rd with 2 away. Now the 2-1. Called strike. Sinking fastball right at the bottom of the zone at 98 miles per hour from the right-hander Orlando Rebalta.
Dansby had caught looking for a breaking pitch and got the heater. That last pitch, that's why he's taking a little time now, a little frustrated. Got to clear that out of your head a little bit and get back to your at-bat.
Here comes the 2-2. Tap foul at the plate. We'll do it again.
Dansby now with 22 home runs and 70 runs batted in this season.
After that 3-run bomb in that 5-run first inning for the Cubs. They've already scored 2 more runs here in the 4th. The pitch is low. And Swanson has worked a full count. Cubs with 7 hits as a team so far. Rebalta delivers. Swanson swings. And did he foul this one at the plate?
He fouled that one in. Got a piece of Clint Vondrak.
The home plate umpire.
Yeah. I think it got him in his leg, his right leg. It's one of those balls that goes up under the catcher and then hits the umpire. Well, you can put gear in a lot of places. Can't cover everything.
Yeah, there's some delicate areas. Vondrak a victim there. So Swanson calls time, steps out of the box to allow Vondrak to recover. We're ready for the resumption of play. 3-2 the count. Men at 2nd and 3rd with 2 down here in the 4th. Cubs with an 8-2 lead. Rebalta, the right-hander, is ready. Sets up high. Kicks and fires. Swanson swings, and it's a high fly ball to center. It's playable for Hassel, who's standing under it and makes the catch for out number 3. But another productive inning for the Cubs. They score 2 more times on the double by Castro. 8-2 Cubs after 4 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat.
The Off Base Podcast is on. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs for all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast. Listen on Spotify and Apple. Sunday mornings, 11 Eastern. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from around the league. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by the all-star lineup of Chevy trucks. Listen on Spotify and Apple. Sunday mornings, 11:30 Eastern.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Adams looks at a sinking fastball for a strike. Bottom of the zone on the inside edge from Assad. The next pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count on Adams, the Nationals catcher. A 1-1 delivery. Adams takes a ball low and outside. 2-1 the count now. Adams, a right-handed batter, stands deep in the box. Assad works his motion and deals. And Adams hits a high fly ball down the right field line, giving chase Castro, but this one slices into the stands for a foul ball.
Another good pitch by Javi, that 2-seamer running in on Adams. And if you don't get the head of the bat out to cover it, and get out to it, very tough pitch to do anything with.
Assad misses outside with a slider, 3-2. Adams is 29 years old. He's 6'4", 263 pounds. You don't want to mess with him. As Assad delivers the payoff pitch, and Adams takes ball 4 in the dirt. So that's the first walk of the game for Assad. He did hit Chaparro earlier today. Leadoff walk for Adams and the Nats here in the 5th. It'll bring up Robert Hassel III. Adams received a 2nd-degree black belt in karate when he was 13 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why you don't want to mess with him.
Now if he can do that to the baseball, he'd be in really good shape.
Hassel looks at a slow-moving breaking ball at the bottom of the zone for a strike, 0-1.
No wonder Javi walked him.
The kick and pitch is inside. So 1-1 the count on Hassel. Adams was a 37th round pick by the Cubs in 2014. He did not sign. Went to the University of San Diego before being drafted by Toronto in 2017. Ground ball into second, fielded by Horner to Swanson for one on the first. Double play. 4-6-3.
It's that sinker once again. You know, it's always in the back of the hitter's mind. And, you know, he does both. He throws the sinker and he's got the cutter. And when you got those two pitches, they both go down. You know, you induce a lot of ground balls. That's exactly what he did. Tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
Double plays turned by the Cubs defense, sponsored by Nissan. Experience the thrill at NissanUSA.com. Somewhere in there, we also have to point out that the first out was brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. The batter, Brady House. He swings and fouls it off the netting to the left, 0-1. Cubs with an 8-2 lead with 2 away here in the top of the 5th. The next pitch to House is low and outside, 1-1. You're laughing, so I must have missed something on the monitor here.
Well, Javi thought there were 3 outs as he was coming off the field.
After the double play,
yeah.
As House swings and misses at a fastball, 1-2.
It's all right. A couple more sinkers. There will be 3 outs, and take it to the dugout.
It's that Sammy Sosa-like confidence,
there
right?
We go, yeah.
Here comes the 1-2.
There we go.
Fly ball hit to right. Playable for Castro. He makes the catch, angling toward the line for out number 3. You called it. Middle 5. Cubs 8, Nationals 2. On the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Every strike. Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks.
There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight.
The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him. These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free.
Partner of the Chicago Cubs, getting set for the last of the 5th. Here at Wrigley Field, Cubs with an 8-2 lead over the Nationals. And a reminder that on Sunday, September 14th, the Cubs take on the Rays at 1:20 in the afternoon. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a Bill Murray bobblehead presented by Coca-Cola. Be here for it. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. Yeah, you heard right. A Bill Murray bobblehead. So Matt Shaw digs in. 0 for 1 with a walk, and he looks at a ball outside. Shaw on the year hitting at .230. The next pitch is foul back, 1-1 the count. Shinosuke Ogasawara on the mound now for the Nationals, a left-hander. Ogasawara works his motion and deals, and Shaw swings and misses, 1-2, a 92-mile-per-hour heater from Ogasawara. Ogasawara, known as the Big Cowboy. He's 5'11", 205 pounds. Here's the pitch. That one bounces all the way to the backstop. A changeup that missed, 2-2.
We still have remnants of the Bricks and Ivy dinner are still hanging around the ballpark. Yep. Very entertaining. We had a great time last night.
It really was.
Really good.
Here comes the 2-2 to Shaw. Pulled on the ground, foul off to the left, just in front of third base coach Quentin Berry, who had to scoot out of the way. 2-2. All opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. Ogasawara deals inside. Missed with a fastball. Shaw has worked a full count.
You knew it was going to be good. So Aaron Bartz was the guy that had our table that I was at, right? And Paul and I were sitting there first. First thing he says, all my buddies are coming. Will that be okay? I'm like, yeah, it's your table. We're good. We had a great time. And so I invited them all to the booth today. Yeah, it was right here in Wrigleyville, and it was great. Great time last night.
Shaw fouls it away. Count full.
Some are feeling better than others, I might say that. You know,
Yeah,
the party continued on after we left about 9:30.
Shaw pops it up, right side foul territory. Does Chaparro have a play? Yeah, he does. Makes an over-the-shoulder catch right in front of the tarpaulin along the sidewall to the right in foul territory for out number 1.
That's been a good offensive day for the Cubs, and it's been a very good offensive day for McGuire. Fly out to left, but hit a big bomb to right field.
Well, McGuire digs in, lefty-lefty matchup with Ogasawara on the mound, and a breaking ball is off the outside, 1-0. That guy that you just mentioned, was he the guy that screamed out Coombe in the middle of the party yesterday?
No, but one of the guys that was there, yeah, he did. That is exactly right.
The 1-0 is in there for strike, 1 ball, 1 strike to count on McGuire.
So they said they were coming today, and he goes, I won't make any noise in the booth. I'm like, that's impossible. That is not going to be the case.
Here's the 1-1. McGuire hits a high fly ball, left center field, playable for Hassel, who makes the catch for out number 2 as McGuire is retired, 2 away. It'll bring up Michael Busch. We're in the 5th. Cubs with an 8-2 lead over the Nationals. Yeah, there was a point where Ryan Dempster, right at the beginning, as everyone took their seats to enjoy just a great meal, he announced all the famous people in the building, the Cub alums, the broadcasters, including us, Pat, you, me. And then all of a sudden, you hear someone yelling Coombe in the background. Michael Busch grounds one to second, fielded on one knee by Garcia, fires to first in time for out number 3. That ends the 5th, and Dempster, without missing a beat, goes, Zach, was that you? And everyone started roaring. After 5, it's an 8-2 Cubs lead over the Nats.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance.
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Between the Cubs and Washington Nationals, the Cubs have an 8-2 lead as we get set for this frame. James Wood will lead things off for Washington against Javier Assad, who's given up just 2 hits today. A triple to Dalen Lyle and a home run to Luis Garcia Jr. Assad kicks and delivers, and Wood looks at a ball low. He's another one of the guys that Washington got in that highly publicized deal with San Diego a few years back that resulted in Juan Soto going to the Padres. Wood takes a ball inside, 2-0 the count. Wood an all-star this year, hitting at .257 with 27 home runs, the 2-0. In there, first strike, fastball, bottom of the zone, 2-1.
Yeah, if he can stay with this kind of production as a hitter, it's going to be a good move for Washington.
The next pitch is a called strike again. Curveball that spins into the zone, 2-2. About this, Wood just 22 years old. One of the tallest players in the big leagues right now at 6'7". Assad kicks and fires. Wood swings and misses. Strike 3. As Assad gets him with a sinking fastball. 1 away. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Yeah, he's a big dude. I was down on the field earlier today, and this Washington team is a big team. They got a bunch of big guys. And, you know, the whole idea is, you know, when you're rebuilding, is it going to work, right?
C.J. Abrams lines one for a base hit in a right center field.
And they're hoping that this guy that just got the base hit turns into a really good big league player.
Abrams, another one of the guys that they got in the Juan Soto deal with San Diego. The 6th overall pick in the 2019 draft. That was the draft that Adley Rutschman went first. And the next 2 guys you know well, Bobby Witt Jr. went number 2 to Kansas City. It took a while for the number 3 pick to get going, but he's going now. Josh Bell at the plate takes a ball inside, 1-0 the count. Cubs with an 8-2 lead, 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Andrew Vaughn was the 3rd overall pick in 2019. Went to the White Sox, and this year has flourished with Milwaukee. Time called by Assad, who steps off the rubber, plays with the rosin bag on a back slope of the mound. Now he's back on the rubber, third base side. Here's the pitch. Inside to Bell. 2-0. Bell was actually traded with Soto to San Diego in that deal, and now is back for his 2nd stint with the Nats. He takes a strike. Fastball near the top of the zone, 2-1. Bell's been around, debuted with Pittsburgh in 2016. He's also played with San Diego, Cleveland as he pounds one on the ground, foul off to the right, 2-2. Miami, Arizona. 33 years old now.
Wind's still blowing out hard towards right. And so this ball game, this is still one of those games where you really got to keep grinding the game, because crooked numbers can get put up in this game in a hurry.
Assad sets at the belt, takes a peek at first and deals. He misses low with a cutter, so 3-2 the count. Bell 0 for 2, switch hitter batting from the left side. Abrams with good speed at first. Assad delivers. And Bell takes ball 4 low. So now 2 on with just 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning for Washington. It'll bring up the cleanup man, Dalen Lyle, who had a triple his last time up. Looked like a playable ball in left center field that Pete Crow-Armstrong had difficulty finding either because of the sun or the wind here at Wrigley today.
Yeah, it was definitely the sun. It's not out now, but earlier in the game, ball went right in the sun. Pete never did. He saw it until he got to the track. Then he didn't see it, and the ball bounced about 4 feet from him on the track right in front of the ivy. And it ended up being a double. Triple, that's right. And then the next ball went out of the ballpark.
Cubs do have some activity in the bullpen. The veteran left-hander Caleb Thielbar has started warming up. 2 on, 1 away, top 6. Cubs up 8-2. And now Craig Counsell calls time, and he'll walk out to the mound.
Yeah, Counsell's trying to do his very best to give Thielbar as much time as possible to get ready. And once the phone rang in the dugout, then Counts came out. He has not signaled, though, towards the bullpen yet, but it's very rare that we've seen him come out and not make a pitching change as he's looking down at the pen and still trying to give Thielbar some more time. I think he's going to make a move there.
Clint Vondrak going to the mound to try and break up the mound meeting. Now he's having a conversation with Counsell, and Counsell will make the pitching change now. He points to the bullpen, and that'll be all for Javier Assad. His afternoon is done. He gets a nice round of applause from the crowd here at Wrigley Field. Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Men at first and second with just 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning. Thielbar, the left-hander, will come in to face Lyle. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What?
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people.
Thielbar is the new man on the mound for the Cubs. They've got an 8-2 lead over the Nationals. 2 on, 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning. Thielbar, a 1.99 ERA in 57 appearances this season for the Cubs. The left-handed hitting Dalen Lyle at the plate. He's a right fielder for the Nationals. And he takes ball 1 in the dirt. C.J. Abrams is at second base. Josh Bell at first. Lyles 1 for 2 today with a triple. Thielbar kicks and fires. Line drive in left center field. This will drop in and one hop the wall. It takes a wild bounce over PCA's head. 2 runs are going to come in and score. Lyle on his way to third, slides in safely. 2-run triple. It's now 8-4. Lyle with his second triple of the ball game.
Yeah, not too often you see a guy with 2 triples in a game, but this ball is hit very hard into the gap in left center, and it hits the garage door in left center. And because of that, Pete was chasing it right into the area, so he's ready to field this ball. And the ball, I actually think it hits some of the brick and bounces over his head and quite a ways away from him. And that allows Bell to go all the way from first and score and end up being a triple for Lau.
Now the batter, Luis Garcia Jr. He homered his last time up off of Javier Assad. Thielbar delivers, and Garcia swings and fouls it into the glove, 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup as Thielbar delivers. Line drive hit to center. Coming in, Crow Armstrong makes the catch. Tagging and coming home, Lyle. Here's the throw. It is not in time. Sliding in safely is Lyle. Sacrifice fly for Garcia. It's now 8-5 Cubs. 2 away here in the 6th.
Now we were just talking about that. This ballpark, when the wind is blowing out, you know, you're two different ballparks. One, it's a great pitcher's park when the wind is blowing in. When the wind is blowing out, there's a fight to the bat rack. And everybody wants to hit. And today is one of the hitters' days. And, you know, the game is getting tight again. And it's just one of those days. Ball's flying.
Andres Chaparro at the plate. He fouls the first pitch back from Thielbar, 0-1. Wind continues to blow hard out to right. Chaparro 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the second. Right-handed batter, open stance, hits out of an exaggerated crouch. Thielbar deals. A breaking ball that just nips the outside portion of the plate for a strike. 0-2. Thielbar peers in, acknowledges the sign from McGuire. Sets up at the belt and delivers. Low and outside, 1-2. A 3-run 6th inning so far for the Nationals. Thielbar trying to end it here. The 1-2 delivery. Thielbar to Chaparro. Popped up, right side, foul territory, racing over Bush near the Nats dugout. Does he have a play? No. Those bounces on the roof of the Nats dugout for a foul ball. 1-2.
Yeah, the wind earlier in the ballgame was blowing out more towards center. Now it's really blowing out more towards right. And that ball going over the Cubs, or over the Nationals dugout, kind of got blown a little more in the foul territory. When the wind is blowing out, the balls going to either side down the line get blown back into the field of play. But that did not happen to that last foul ball.
Here comes the 1-2 by Thielbar. Low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was a slow-moving breaking ball from Thielbar. Chaparro hitting at 188 on the year. Here's the pitch. Chop foul off to the left. 2-2. Thielbar works on the third base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. Foul back again by Chaparro. Count remains 2-2 with the Nats first baseman in the box. A lot more sun than clouds at the moment at Wrigley. The pitch. This is low and inside. Full count. Temperature in the mid-60s at first pitch here at the friendly confines. Thielbar is ready. The payoff pitch. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with a curveball. And that ends the top half of the 6th inning, but not before the Nats score 3 times to make it a ball game once again. 8-5 Cubs as we head to the last of the 6th. On the score.
The Off Base Podcast is on. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs for all the baseball around the league. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by the All-Star lineup of Chevy trucks. Listen on Spotify and Apple. Sunday mornings, 11:30 Eastern.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game.
Visit TimberTech.com. Here's Zach and Coop.
Thank you very much, Judson. Ian Happ will turn around and hit from the right side now against the left-hander Shinosuke Ogasawara, the big cowboy, working his second inning for the Nationals. 8-5 Cubs here in the last of the 6th inning. Happ 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. He looks at the ball inside, 1-0. He entered play, riding an 8-game hitting streak. This date in baseball history is brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. The 1-0 is up high, 2-0 now with Happ at the plate. September 5th, 1962. Ken Hubbs of the Cubs sets major league records at second base for consecutive games without an error, 78. As Happ takes a strike, it's now 2-1. And consecutive chances accepted, 418 without an error. The streak ends with a 4th inning throwing error as Cincinnati beats the Cubs 4-1. The pitch inside to Happ. 3 balls and a strike to count. Good defense never goes out of style.
No, really doesn't.
Here's the 3-1. Happ pounds one on the ground, foul off to the left. Caught by the third base coach, Quentin Berry. He's seeking out a young fan in the stands. Walks over and hands that young fan the baseball.
Very cool. There's a happy little camper there, that's for sure.
Here's the payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. Happ draws his 3rd walk of the ball game. And this one leads off the last of the 6th. Cubs with an 8-5 lead here in the opener of this 3-game set against Washington.
Now Ian not chasing that fastball inside. He swung at one, was a strike and hooked it foul, but did not chase the ball in off the plate. 3 good at bats for Ian today.
So now Seiya Suzuki digs in, 1 for 3 with a single. Here's the pitch, and that one bounces off to the left. Happ advances to second base on the wild pitch. It was a slow-moving knuckle curveball that almost hit Seiya and bounced all the way near the Cubs on deck circle off to the left.
Yeah, that one missed his back foot, not by much. The Cubs with another runner in scoring position. Been a lot of traffic today.
Ogasawara works his motion and throws a strike to Suzuki. Fooled him with a changeup at the top of the zone, 1-1.
And let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yingling, the next generation light beer. See if Seiya can hit one of these running fastballs, put one in flight.
Seiya takes another strike. That one appeared to be off the inside, but it was called a strike by home plate umpire Clint Vondrak. A slider, 1-2.
A little inside cutter slider in right on the inside corner. Might have just missed the inside corner.
Now the 1-2. Seiya hits a high fly ball to center. Now drifting toward right center, Hassel makes the catch. Happ tags. He's headed for third. Here comes the throw. It's cut off by the shortstop, Abrams. A productive out for Seiya. One away as Happ advances to third.
Just couldn't quite stay back long enough. He hits this ball good, but not great, and does a good job of at least advancing Ian to third.
And now Jim Hickey will head out to the mound with an interpreter to talk to the pitcher, Ogasawara. Cubs up 8-5, one away here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Happ at third base, Pete Crow Armstrong due up. There is activity in the Nationals bullpen. Right-hander Jackson Rutledge has started warming up.
See if the Cubs can do a little damage here. Pete's had 3 really good at-bats. He had a sac fly on the first pitch he saw to right, first at-bat, and then 2 singles to right. Now he's going to hit with the infield in here, so he's going to try to get a pitch elevated. I would assume he's going to see some breaking pitches away or a fastball up. See if he can get a breaking ball in the zone and try to drive this ball back to the middle of the diamond.
The pitch, foul back off the screen by PCA, 0-1. Cubs 8, Nationals 5, wind blowing hard out to right. Happ at third base with 1 down here in the 6th inning. Crow Armstrong waits for the 0-1 delivery. Here it comes. Off the outside, 1-1 the count, a slider that missed. Lefty-lefty matchup. Ogasawara, a long set, and the pitch. And a high fly ball hit to left. This should bring home a run. Wood coming in, makes the catch. Happ tags. Here comes the throw. It is offline, and Happ scores standing up. Another sacrifice fly for Pete Crow Armstrong, his second of the game. And the Cubs now up 9-5 over the Nationals in the 6th.
Well, and this ball going the other way is a positive. That's what keeps Pete on this ball. And he drives this breaking ball from a lefty the other way. That's a very positive sign. It's like a little cutter is what it looked like. And Pete gets this ball deep enough to drive in another run for the Cubs. So some very good at-bats for Pete Crow Armstrong today.
Nico Horner at the plate, looks at a fastball for a strike, 0-1.
When your line for Pete is RBI sac fly, single stolen base, single run scored, and then another sack.
Oh, Horner hits a high fly ball deep left. This may go. It's gone. Nico Horner leaves the yard. It's now 10-5 Cubs over the Nationals in the 6th. For Nico, that's his 6th home run of the year.
Speaking of good lines in the scorebook, Nico's got one too. Double, scored a run, a walk, and now a solo blast to left as he gets a little breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. Drives this ball kind of into the wind with the wind blowing out towards the right field corner. Line drive bullet into the seats and left.
Now the batter, Willie Castro. Switch hitter batting from the right side. Here's the pitch. It's a changeup that clips the outside portion of the plate for a strike. 0-1. You told me to keep this read handy, and I did. There's another hefty home run. Official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty strength that's anything but ordinary. Castro hits a ground ball to second, fielded on one knee by Garcia. His throw to first in time. And that ends the 6th inning, but not before the Cubs scored twice. The sacrifice fly by PCA, the solo shot by Nico. 10-5 Cubs over the Nats as we head to the 7th. On the score, the Southwest Airlines Cubs ready.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me!
Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings only on MLB Network.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Top of the 7th here at Wrigley Field. New man on the mound, veteran right-hander Andrew Kittredge takes over. He's 2-1 in a Cubs uniform, 14 games, 4+ ERA. Overall this year, 45 games, a 3.65 ERA between Baltimore and the Cubs. Riley Adams at the plate, right-handed hitting catcher, and he looks at a strike from Kittredge. A slider right at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Wind blowing out hard to right. It's been rare these days at Wrigley Field. Here's the pitch. Adams chops one left side, backhanded on the outfield, grasped by Swanson. In one motion, he tried to make a throw to first, and it was wide of the bag, knocked down by Bush. Infield single for Riley Adams to begin the 7th. Cubs have hammered 3 home runs on the afternoon. Dansby Swanson, a 3-run shot in a 5-run first inning. And then solo jobs by Reese McGuire and Nico Horner. 10-5 Cubs over the Nats, the opener of a 3-game set. Adams at first, Robert Hassel the third, left-handed hitting center fielder at the plate. The right-hander Kittredge leans back, kicks and fires. Hassel hits a high fly ball down the left field line, slicing foul out of play. 0-1. Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Kittredge takes a peek at first. That's where Adams is. Not a threat to run. Now the 0-1. Hassel hops it foul out of play off to the left second deck. So he's in the hole 0-2. Hassel was another one of the guys acquired in that Juan Soto deal. Last month at Washington, something really cool happened with Hassel. Here's the 0-2. Low and inside. Hassel twice played in the Little League World Series back in 2013 and 2014. He's a native of Tennessee.
Yeah.
Remember Monet Davis?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You'll love this. Kittredge deals the 1-2. Check swing at a pitch in the dirt. On appeal, no swing, says the third base umpire, the Wilmette native, Dan Bellino. So 2-2 the count. So at the age of 13, Monet Davis threw a complete game shutout against Hassel's Little League team.
Oh, wow.
In 2014, she struck him out. And last month in Washington, she threw out a first pitch. He caught it.
Oh.
How cool is that? Here comes the 2-2.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Hassel strikes out. One away. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
His teammates didn't give him a hard time about that.
Oh,
at all,
no.
I'm sure.
And she dominated his team. It wasn't just him, right? A complete game shutout. Whew. Brady House at the plate, right-handed batter. Kittredge, the right-hander, deals. And House looks at the ball inside 1-0.
So here in one more out, I'm about to get kicked out of my spot. And I'm not going to fight back, that's for sure. There's another Lockport Porter that's going to sit in my spot and sing.
Oh.
And he's also wrestling tonight. CM Punk is coming in.
Ground ball hit to third, fielded by Shaw to second for one. Horner to first, double play! 5-4-3 around the horn. Double plays turned by the Cubs, sponsored by Nissan. Experience the thrill at NissanUSA.com. It is time for the 7th inning stretch, sponsored by the new Volvo XC90 design.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns,
Perfect balance. What?
boom, interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping. You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an eighth-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
For the season or just a trim on a cut you already love, the skilled stylists at your local Great Clips salon are ready to bring it to life for less. With convenient online check-in, you can stop in whenever it works for you. And with the affordable prices at Great Clips, you'll save money for fall fun too. So what are you waiting for? Download the app today and get a fresh haircut for fall at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat. Last of the seventh here at Wrigley Field. It's the Cubs with a 10-5 lead over the Nationals. Dansby Swanson at the plate. First pitch swinging, pops it up behind home plate. The catcher Adams near the on-deck circle off to the right makes the catch as Swanson is retired, one away. There's a new man on the mound for Washington. Right-hander Jackson Rutledge takes over. He's 3-2 this season with a 5.54 ERA in 53 games.
I'm glad you didn't make him mad. Yeah.
Cool, there are a lot of people bigger than me on this planet as Matt Shaw looks at a strike from Rutledge, 0-1.
Well, he qualifies. He's wrestling tonight. And good luck to him. A fellow Lockport Porter.
That's really cool.
Yeah, very neat.
Here's the 0-1 to Shaw. He swings, pops it foul out of play off to the right in the hole, 0-2.
So we've got our friends from US 99 who I work with every Friday morning. I'm on with Austin and Melissa. Kyle's here, you know, and so we're all here today. And then CM Punk singing today, so we got a shot. So that'll be a good one for Coombs Corner. Yeah, yeah,
Shaw takes the ball inside, 1-2. And you can tell just from talking to CM Punk off the air, big-time sports fan, big-time Chicago sports fan. Now the 1-2 by Rutledge. Shaw, an awkward check swing. Did he go around? Yeah, he did. Strike three. Shaw's retired, 2 away. We're in the bottom of the seventh inning. 10-5, the Cubs lead over the Nats.
So now our non-sports question next week, you'll have something. We've got something, right? Yeah. I get that question asked. Okay, so I got a non-sports question, and I'm like, oh, here we go.
Oh.
I never know what this is going to entail. Yeah, and sometimes I answer, sometimes I don't.
Reese McGuire at the plate. He looks at a strike. 0-1. Fastball at 95 miles per hour. Now you have me intrigued. What are the questions you don't like answering?
Yeah. Don't give him nothing for him. Don't say anything. Yeah.
Here comes the 0-1. Pop foul out of play by McGuire off to the left in the hole 0-2. And they're listening to you.
Yeah, well, I invited
material.
them all out today. Yeah, so this is our US 99 day today at the ballpark, so I'd love to have everybody out.
McGuire lines a base hit to right. That's his second hit of the ball game. He homered earlier. Cubs continue to rake here on this Friday at Wrigley Field. The opener of a 3-game set against the Nationals. They're up 10-5. 2 down here in the last of the 7th. Michael Busch will stand in.
That's Hall of Fame weekend, so we have to have everybody out here, right? That's the way it goes here at Wrigley Field.
Yeah, we got to see Sammy Sosa earlier.
Yeah.
We got quite the ovation here from the crowd. The pitch to Busch, low and inside, 1-0.
We even got Marcy out here. She even came out today. How about that? Yeah. When the bosses come out, then we're doing something right.
That's why you're on your best behavior.
Totally. Yeah. The whole thing today. Yep.
Busch hits a pop fly, shallow left, drifting back Abrams, the shortstop, backpedaling. He makes the catch in front of the oncoming left fielder Wood for out number 3. McGuire stranded on the bases. After 7, it's a 10-5 lead for the Cubs over Washington on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Owen Casey. Pat and Ron call every game.
The Off Base Podcast is on. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs for all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast. Listen on Spotify and Apple. Sunday mornings, 11 Eastern. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from around the league. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by the all-star lineup of Chevy trucks. Listen on Spotify and Apple. Sunday mornings, 11:30 Eastern.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th.
But this 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877. Cars for Kids, that's Cars of the Cave. To donate your car today, and the 2 Hall of Famers going into the Cubs Hall of Fame, 2 great hitters, Sammy Sosa and Derek Lee. So it should be a good weekend to hit here at the Friendly Confine.
We got a chance to see both yesterday at the Bricks and Ivy event at Gallagher Way, and spent a lot more time talking to Derek Lee yesterday, more so Sammy Sosa today. But it's great to see D. Lee and Sammy back at the ballpark. It's been too long for both. So what a weekend. They get the blue jackets and the plaques get unveiled on Sunday, and each gets his own day. So Sammy Sosa Day is today, Derek Lee Day is tomorrow. That's really, really cool. Sammy got a great ovation in the 4th inning. They showed him on the video board. He's in a suite. 10-5 Cubs over the Nationals here in the top of the 8th. The batter, James Wood. New man on the mound for the Cubs, lefty Taylor Rogers. And he starts out Wood with a slow-moving sweeper for a strike, 0-1, 77 miles per hour. Wind blowing hard out to right. The next pitch is a swing and a miss by Wood in the hole, 0-2. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Got to see how we did with our guesses in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game as Rogers deals. That one misses just off the outside with a slider, 1-2. The attendance today here at the friendly confines, 32,320. Turns out I was a little closer than the rest of you. Here comes the 1-2. Wood grounds one to third. Oh, tough hop. Fielded by Shaw. Sidearm throw to first. In time, Woods retired. One away. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. That was a hot shot.
That's a very difficult play for third baseman when that ball gets scalded at you from a left-handed hitter as a third baseman. And this Shaw does a great job, plays it right up to the side and picks this ball. And once he makes the catch, which is the difficult part, it's just a game of catch then. Great play by Shaw at third.
The batter, C.J. Abrams, looks at a sinking fastball for a strike, 0-1. Rogers sets up high, kicks and delivers, and Abrams swings and misses at a slow-moving slider in the hole, 0-2. Cubs 10, Nationals 5, 1 away. Here in the top of the 8th. Game 1 of a 3-game set. The next pitch, off the outside, check swing. Did he go? Yeah, he did. On appeal, says Dan Bellino, the crew chief at third. Strike 3, 2 away.
Great hook by Rogers. 2 strikes. He drops down and gives you that little 3-quarter delivery and sweeps that breaking ball across the zone for strike 3.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. So 2 down. Josh Bell at the plate. Switch hitter now batting from the right side with Rogers on the hill. He swings and misses awkwardly at a sinking fastball on the inside. 0-1. Stay tuned for the toast of the game presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. Coming up in the 9th inning with the Coom Dog, Ron Coomer. He's been a popular man today. Here comes the 0-1. High and outside, 1-1. With Bell at the plate. These are good problems to have.
Yeah, we've had our share of visitors today with it's Hall of Fame weekend. That's the way it is. You expect it on a weekend like this.
The pitch. Line drive down the left field line. Fair. It drops in, rolls all the way to the corner. Bell on his way to second base. Happ fields it off the ivy and gets it back to the infield. Stand-up double for Josh Bell. It comes with 2 away here in the top of the 8th. And it'll bring up the cleanup man, Dalen Lyle, who's got 2 triples and 2 RBIs on the day.
Yeah, 2 triples in one ball game. That's saying something. One was a ball that Pete Armstrong lost in the sun out by the ivy in left center. And one was just a legged out triple.
Rogers looks at second and now deals. The pitch to Lyle is hit high in the air, left side. Behind third, fair territory. Shaw dropping back to the outfield grass, makes the catch for out number 3, and Bell is stranded at second base. Middle 8, Cubs 10, Nationals 5.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights.
On your first fill-up, Cubs only active game right now in Major League Baseball around the NL Central. Pirates host the Brewers at 5:40. Brewers with a 5.5 game lead over the Cubs. Reds are on the road to battle the Mets. Cardinals host the Giants just after 7 o'clock. Here's Zach and Coop.
Thank you very much, Judson. Last of the 8th here at Wrigley Field. A 10-5 lead for the Cubs over the Nationals, and Washington has a new reliever on the mound. 6'3", 240-pound left-hander Connor Pilkington takes over. He'll face Ian Happ to begin the last of the 8th. Happ, a switch hitter, batting from the right side against the left-hander Pilkington. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Fastball clocked at 95 miles per hour, 0-1.
And his first name, Connor, I have not seen it spelled with a K before, have you?
I have today.
Yeah, today.
He's a pitcher, though. You would want the K, right? Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt, 1-1. A changeup that missed.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah. Left-handed pitcher, too, to boot.
Yeah, so clearly the parents knew a lot more than the rest of us when Connor was born. They kind of spoke it into existence, right?
Yeah, they probably or something like that.
Now the 1-1. In the dirt again. 2 balls and a strike, the count on Happ. Both changeups. Hitting the dirt right in front of home plate. Pilkington has a 4+ ERA. 22 appearances this season. Happ waits, the 2-1 delivery. High fly ball hit to deep left center field. This is going to go. It's gone! Ian Happ with the 4th home run of the afternoon for the Cubs. And they extend the lead, 11-5 now over the Nationals here in the 8th. For Happ, that's his 20th of the year.
Now this is 2 different ballparks. When the wind is blowing out, it plays one way. Wind blowing in, it's small ball, and you've got to grind for a run. Ian gets a fastball out over the plate at the knees and hammers this ball to left center field for a long home run.
423 feet for Ian Happ. 11-5 Cubs. Seiya Suzuki digs in. Looks at a ball in the dirt. Another hefty home run. Official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty strength. That's anything but ordinary. And with that home run, Happ extends his hitting streak to 9. Here's the 1-0. Seiya looks at a ball up high.
And RBIs by Cubs hitters are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old.
Suzuki waits for the 2-0 delivery. Pilkington works his motion and deals. Off the outside, 3-0. Cubs are right in the meat of the order. Presented by Chef IQ Sense. Never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com. The 3-0 delivery. In there for strike, fastball, top of the zone, 95 mph. And the 3-1. Foul back off the netting. Full count. Cubs baseball is a lot more fun when the Cubs are whacking the ball out of the yard. 4 home runs today. Wrigley over the last 3 years has been one of the toughest offensive ballparks in baseball for home runs. Not so today because the wind is blowing out. And the payoff pitch. Low and inside, ball 4. Seiya draws a walk.
Yeah, with the wind blowing in here at Wrigley, the high fly ball just gets eaten alive and doesn't go anywhere. And that's why you've got to keep the ball out of the air when the wind is blowing in. You can't just keep driving the ball up into the middle of the diamond. It just doesn't work. And there's a lot of hitters that have tried that through the years. It's a lot of right turns.
Pete Crow Armstrong takes the ball off the outside, a fastball that missed, 1-0. Can I do something that you normally do on Cubs radio?
You go right ahead.
Designated hitters for the Cubs are sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Book now, burn later, and skip the rush. Say the DH at first. Here's the 1-0. Crow Armstrong fouls it back. 1-1. Man, that felt good.
Yeah. It's one of those reads that just rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah, I can see. Not only do you skip the rush, but it gives you a rush to read it. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Sort of, as our good friend would say. Pilkington looks at first, kicks and fires. PCA swings and misses. Chased a slider low and away. 1-2. So Crow Armstrong, after having 3 days off, has 2 singles, 2 sacrifice flies. You've liked what you've seen from PCA today.
Yeah, he's had more controlled swings. He just chased that last breaking ball. But he's much better today.
The 1-2 in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Adams. Seiya racing to second, slides in safely ahead of the throw.
Pretty good play by Adams to even make that play close. That ball bounced good 3 feet in front of home plate. He blocked it. And then got to the ball and throws a one-hop strike, and it's close play at second.
So Seiya in scoring position. Pilkington peers in, gets the sign from Adams, straightens up, looks at second. That's where Seiya is. 2-2 on PCA. The pitch. Shot foul at the plate. That one took a bite out of the catcher Adams. Now remember, black belt at the age of 13.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah, blocking a pitch in the dirt's not a big deal.
Yeah, and that on a windshield, right? Nothing. Just a little distraction. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count with PCA at the plate. Suzuki at second base. Cubs up 11-5. No one out here in the 8th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Foul tip into the glove. A 97-mile-per-hour heater from the lefty Pilkington. Crow Armstrong is retired. 1 away.
Well, the thing I like about the last swing, even with Pete, is he sees the ball a long way. Now that, do you want to strike out? No, you don't. But you know what? He took a swing and a pitch in the dirt, and then next one, he made the adjustment of letting that ball get to him.
Horner hits a high fly ball right center field. The right fielder Lyle is over, makes the catch, tagging and advancing to third on the play, Suzuki.
Ball went a long way, and right now the wind is slowed down. When Nico hit that ball, thought that ball might have a chance to get a little deeper than it did, but it ended up about a step from the warning track.
So an RBI opportunity for Willie Castro digs in. Switch hitter batting for the right side. He had a 2-run double in the 4th inning. Cubs up 11-5 over the Nationals. Suzuki at third base. We're in the 8th inning. Pilkington works his motion, and Castro looks at a ball up high, a fastball that missed. 1-0. Right-hander Porter Hodge has started warming up in the Cubs pen. Castro playing right instead of Kyle Tucker today. Still working on that calf. The pitch outside. 2-0. The correct counsel saying before the game that at some point this weekend, Kyle Tucker will play against the Nationals.
That's really good news for the Cubs. I was anticipating the opposite. Without knowing, though, that maybe he would go on the injured list. But, with him feeling like that pitch just missed the back foot, Castro counts 3-0. But that's very good news for the Cubs. It really is. That means he's, that was just a little tweak, and it's going away fast.
Pilkington along set. Here's the 3-0. It's a bullseye for a strike right at the bottom of the zone. 3-1 the count. Fastball. A reminder to stay tuned for the Verizon Cubs radio postgame show with Judson Richards. A lot of action in this one. Cubs up 11-5. Here's the 3-1. Castro takes ball 4 outside. So a 2-out walk for Castro. Cubs now have men at the corners.
Like
and
Cubs
here comes Dansby Swanson.
Yeah, Cubs had a lot of traffic on the bases today. And that's part of the reason you get this score, 11-5, when you have this wind blowing out and you're constant traffic inning after inning. It's usually not going to bode well for that club. And it's been that way for Washington and their pitching staff.
10 hits for the Cubs this afternoon, including 4 home runs, one of them by the man at the plate, Dansby Swanson. Here's the pitch. Off the outside, 1-0. Swanson hit a 3-run home run in a 5-run first inning. Cubs have not looked back since the first frame. Suzuki at third, Castro at first. Pilkington delivers, and Swanson fouls it away out of play off to the right. 1-1. Partly cloudy day this afternoon here at Wrigley Field, but as the afternoon has gone along, a lot more sun than cloud. Wind blowing out to right. And the pitch. Swanson lines one into left center field, racing over Hassel. He tracks it down and makes the catch for out number 3. The Cubs add another run on the solo shot by Happ. 11-5. Cubs over the Nats. We head to the 9th on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Pete Crow Armstrong here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Give your walls a beautiful, smooth finish that stands up to daily use.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run.
Porter Hodge will enter the ball game here in the 9th. Cubs up 11-5 on a gorgeous day and what's going to turn out to be a great weekend here for the Cubs organization and for Sammy Sosa and Derek Lee, both being inducted into the Chicago Cubs Hall of Fame. And so far, so good. It's been kicked off pretty well. Cubs need 3 more outs for a W, but 11 runs on 10 hits to 5 runs for Washington on 6 hits. First pitch from Hodge to Garcia in first strike. Garcia in the ball game has homered, a 2-run homer in the 4th, and then a sac fly in the 6th. He chops this one foul. Counts 0-2. Garcia's had a nice day today. Some guys have been able to take advantage of the weather, and you know, the wind blowing out here at Wrigley, blowing out hard towards center, and then as the game's progressed towards right center. Cubs with some bombs. Same thing with Washington as that ball's chopped foul. Count stays 0-2, Zeke.
Cubs starting the day 5.5 games behind first place Milwaukee in the National League Central, the top wild card team in the NL. Here's the 0-2. Garcia hits a high fly ball left center field. Crow Armstrong coming in and makes the catch. One away. The ninth inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Now the Cubs have been Bosching the baseball today. 4 home runs. Dansby Swanson a 3-run shot, then solo jobs by Reese McGuire, Nico Horner, and Ian Happ. Here's the first baseman, Andres Chaparro. Hodge deals, starts him off with a slider that spins into the zone for a strike. Flip the inside edge, 0-1. The next pitch by Hodge is up high, 1-1. A reminder that this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Hodge misses outside, 2-1 now on Chaparro. Riley Adams, the catcher, on deck. Here's the 2-1. In there, first strike. Slider. 2-2. Hodge sets at the belt, rocks back and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another slider off the outside. Chaparro went chasing, 2 away.
Good pitch by Hodge, good breaking ball, perfect location. 85 miles an hour, down and away.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. So the Nationals are down to their last out. Riley Adams, the catcher, digs in. Hodge, high leg kick and pitch. Adams fouls it away. Second deck off to the right. 0-1. We need a catch of the game. Sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Discover a weekend getaway in Des Moines where only the S's are silent. Find all the fun at CatchDesMoines.com.
Yeah, the catch of the game will be Matt Shaw, the great play made at third base a couple innings ago. That'll be our catch of the game.
Good call. Here's the 0-1. Adams fouls it back, 0-2. The tough play of the game is sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough.
I think all the plays, all the balls that have been hit to center field high, that's the tough play. We've seen how difficult that play is today with the high sky in the sun.
The 0-2. Adams fouls it back off the screen to the right. A 99-mile-per-hour fastball from Hodge.
And how about Ian Happ as our toast of the game ball player today? 4 runs scored, on base 4 times, 3 walks, and a home run.
Hodge misses outside, 1-2. Great call, Coombe. The toast of the game presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Ooh, good pitch. That one should have ended the ballgame.
The next pitch is low and outside. So 2 balls and 2 strikes.
McGuire started jogging out to the mound. Didn't hear the He forgot something.
What was that?
You heard it.
Good call.
You remember those little days.
Yeah. I heard a lot of that. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ball game over. And the Cubs take the opener of this 3-game set against the Nationals. An 11-5 victory.
Now, very nice ball game for the Cubs on a special weekend here in Chicago. The Cubs organization, Hall of Fame weekend. And a great way to kick it off. Great weather here. It got a little cool, but great weather. Great hitting weather. Cubs took advantage with some home runs. Javier Assad pitched great baseball. Had that sinker working. And a very fun weekend with 32,000 here kicking off the Friday day game.
Yeah, in tough conditions for pitchers today. Assad went 5 1/3, giving up 4 runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Cubs win 11-5. And now they move to within 5 games of first place Milwaukee in the National League Central, pending the result of the Brewers game tonight against the Pirates. And now let's send it downstairs. Bruce Levine has a special guest.
All right, Zach and Ron here with Pete Crow Armstrong. And Pete, this was a real Cub victory. We've seen a lot of these this year. It's got to be good to have a complete team victory like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Javi did a really good job. Should have had a clean slate.